Hey Gemini, welcome to my channel. I'm here for your February monthly reading, January reading. So I was meditating on your energy and I got this vision of you stranded on a desert island, a tropical island. And you've been walking around for a while looking for food, looking for water, and quite desperate basically because you didn't know if you could find a way to sustain yourself, to survive on this island. And then first you got to this coconut tree, the coconut palm tree, and coconuts were falling down from it to the ground. And so you got really excited. You're like, yay, at least I got coconut, I can eat them, I can drink their water. So it was a beginning of abundance showing up for you. So you took a coconut, you broke it open, and you had this first gulp of water, and it really regenerated you. So it gave you strength to keep going. And then you just walked a little bit further and found yourself in the most beautiful oasis-like landscape, with waterfalls and all kinds of trees and, water, clear water, and everything, like fruit trees and everything that you needed and more to survive and even to thrive in whatever this deserted island means for you. And then you were just filled with gratitude. You knew that you weren't alone, basically, that spirit was right there with you and guiding you all along, right? So let's see how this translates in your reading, in your spread. I'm going to do a Celtic cross here. So let's start at your center. You have the Seven of Cups crossed by the Five of Swords. At your base, the King of Cups, crowning you, the Chariot. Recent past, Ace of Wands. Immediate future, Eight of Swords. How you see yourself in the situation, the High Priestess. Your surroundings, your environment, the Queen of Pentacles. Your hopes and fears, the Sun. And your outcome is the Emperor. Yeah, that makes sense. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. Alright, so let me just look at your cards for just a second. So I'm wanting to start with the bottom of your deck. Actually, it's the Two of Cups. It looks like what we are seeing here, your spread in February, the main energy has to do with your partnerships, okay? The Two of Cups is about an honest partnership. It's about two people giving themselves their cup of love. It's all about emotion. It's all about purity of love. It's all about purity of intention. It's also indicates a relationship that's being healed with the caduceus sign, the caduceus, the one, the sign that we find on the pharmacies. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So it's a deep healing that is overviewed, supervised by spirit, by your angels, by your spirit guides, and there's a deep healing that is happening in this partnership. So usually the Two of Cups is about romantic love, but it can be, because it's a general read, so some of you it would be romantic love, for others it will be just any partnership, friendship, work relationship, but it's a deep one. It's soulmate type of energy. So and it can be all your partnerships, all the important ones in your life that is really going through a deep healing, right? So let's start with what's at the center of your reading here. You have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is, to me, all about the shadow self. It's basically when we're undergoing some kind of process that has to do with our emotions, our emotional body, where we are still in shadow, or we're still dealing with our shadow. It's this feeling of going through the desert, or going, as I was seeing you stranded on a deserted island. It's you're alone, okay, you feel alone. You feel in your shadow, meaning that things are not clear. You're dealing with fears, you're dealing with anxieties, you're dealing with unprocessed wounds or unhealed wounds. It has to do with options that you have in life, but none of them is necessarily fulfilling to you. You keep looking at them, but you're not ready to grab any one of them, because they're not really fulfilling you. They're leaving you confused. They're leaving you unsatisfied. Okay. And it's crossed by the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is all about ego. It's battle. Okay, this guy here has won the battle. His adversaries have left their swords on the ground, are leaving the battleground basically, but he's not feeling good about this victory, right? He's not. He's had to do things that were so ego-based, fear-based, that are coming from the shadow self, okay? That it leaves him, look at him, his face is all scrunched up, it's not a good feeling. Nobody wins in this kind of situation. So it looks like in a certain situation that has to do with your partnerships, whether romantic or friendship, or at work, for the longest time you were feeling like you had to fend for yourself. You had to do things that you didn't want to do, that or that were driven by swords are the mental body, so they're all driven by analyzing too much, by wanting to get one over the other, all this kind of petty interactions and clashes, basically, that leave no one feeling good. Basically, it's just very tense. And so in the situation about your friendships, your romantic partnerships, your deep connections, it seems like you were in a time of processing this kind of ego-based attitudes, that left you feeling unsatisfied and in your shadow. However, things are starting to shift here for you in February, because we can see at your base, in your subconscious, we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is exactly the opposite of that kind of attitude. He's not in his ego, he's not in his shadow. These two energies here. He's completely in his heart chakra. The king is a master, right? He's been through a lot. So it looks like in February you start mastering your feelings. You start coming from your heart chakra, as opposed to your mental body, or a mental body that is in chaos, that thinks that it has to defend itself by any means possible. So it seems like you're leaving behind this shadow attitude that could have been it's like anything in life. It's a process. We get these kinds of energies to process core wounds, to process limiting beliefs, to process. It's like the universe gets you the perfect situation for you to be triggered, for these core wounds to come up to the surface to be healed. And it looks like in February they will be healed. And your subconscious is being prepared to come from a different place. That's this healing that we're seeing here with the Two of Cups of your partnerships. So that's the healing we see here. The King of Cups comes from, as I said, his heart. He's master of his own emotions, of his own emotional body. He's not all over the place. He doesn't let his emotions run away with him. The King of Cups is not all over the place with his emotions. He maintains a certain amount of dignified attitude and takes like a step back from any. He's not reactive basically with his emotions. So it looks like your subconscious has been prepared with this deep healing for much more harmonious, heart-based, calm, peaceful type relationships. Okay. I can see that here as well with the Six of Pentacles, which was right under the Two of Cups. You are ready for this kind of reciprocity. It's again the opposite of this. The Six of Pentacles is all about give and take, equal give and take. Is all about taking into consideration the other. It's putting yourself in the other person's shoe. It's about empathy. It's about sympathy. It's about understanding where the other is coming from. And it's a six, so it talks all about harmony and peace. He's holding these scales, and it's about balance again. It's about balancing these emotions, right? It's also about abundance, and we'll talk about that. So you see how different these energies are. This guy would protect whatever he has or whatever he thinks he has to hold on to with everything he's got, even if he's gonna, basically kill. He can do anything. He's ready to compromise anything to keep the higher ground. And this person is only interested in equal give and take. So that's the shift we're seeing here from this type of shadow, egotistical, ego-based attitude to something much more harmonious and a real healing in the emotional body here, a deep healing in the heart chakra and the emotional body. Right. In your recent past, you have the Ace of Wands. So that it looks like this was the trigger, the main trigger for this shift to happen. Because the Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings. Is all about your power, your drive, your passion, your soul mission. It's about, going through life, wanting to do the right thing, wanting to do whatever your actions are, however you are being, is coming from a deep place of self-confidence, a deep place of passion, a deep place of enthusiasm about life. The ones, it's not about having to crush others to get there. The Ace of Wands is all about a gift from the universe, where the universe is showing you, hey, there's another way of doing things. You don't have to be in this deserted place all by yourself, trying to fend for yourself by any means possible. There, you have abundance. There's enough abundance to go around for everyone. You have everything you need, all the resources you need, if you just start following your passion, following your drive, following what you're guided to do for yourself and not in relation or in comparison to anybody else. And it looks like in February you find this place in yourself where all the strength is, all the power is. You regain your power basically, without comparing yourself or without needing to compare yourself to anybody else, basically. That this translates in your, sorry, let's start with this. Yeah, let's start with your crown. So this healing and this reborn passion for yourself and your life is leading you in your consciousness, crowning you to the Chariot, where you feel like, yes, I've got my mojo back, I've got my power back. I'm balanced between my yin and yang, my divine masculine, my divine feminine, my light and my shadow, whereas here the shadow is really taking the whole space. Now the light is back. It's a major arcana, so it's a major influence in your life, and it's crowning you, so it's even more influential, it's even more impactful. The Chariot is, it's positive movement forward, it's stamina, it's power, it's strength. You have the reins of your life firmly in hand, and you know where you're going. You are getting there. So it's a lot like the vision that I've seen for you. It's going from this place of feeling alone, feeling rejected, feeling like you barely can survive. Your anxiety, fear, all this, to finding no, there's actually abundance. The first the coconut tree and the first coconuts that you see on this island, you get a glimpse, you get an inkling, you get an inspiration, right? An epiphany. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. That no, there's more. There's more. I just have to keep going for a little bit more, and you keep going, and you realize, yes, I can serve. Not only can I survive, but I can thrive. I just have to heal this emotional body, and it's being healed. And just keep on going, basically, and you find yourself in this beautiful place. We'll come back to that. And I just want to show you immediate future, which is the Eight of Swords. So it's again maybe in the, even though all this healing is happening, in the immediate future you're still feeling a little bit restricted, right? You're still it's sword energy, so it's all air, it's all mental. It's air energy, it's your energy as a Gemini. It could be also Aquarius or Libra, but what it says to me is that you're still somehow thinking that you're restricted, right? And it's normal, because the process of healing is still underway, and you can still be feeling that sometimes, and as I said, it's only air energy, so it's all in your mind. When this person is not restricted by anything except there's nothing around her. If she just moves a little bit, these would go down, and she would be able to take the blindfold. She's not chained or anything. So it could be that in the immediate future you still have these lingering, remaining feelings of restrictions or lack, or being imprisoned in your own mind. But we're going to see that this will go. It's only a passing sort of lingering energy. I'm going to clarify some of these at the end, but I just want to go through the whole spread first. So how you see yourself in the situation as the High Priestess, it's another major arcana. So you know that this too shall pass, you know. The High Priestess talks about intuition. It talks about, again, this total acceptance of the light and our light and our shadow, because awakening is not about, you know, ignoring our shadow, or, you know, pretending it's not there, or not dealing with it, or shunning it, you know, shutting it out. It's not about that. It's about integrating your shadow self with your light. You know, where it's this polarity that that goes into some kind of you know, it's this wedding basically between male and female, yin and yang, light and dark, divine masculine, divine feminine. And the High Priestess is all about that. So how you see yourself in the situation, you are seeing this, you know, deep healing happening. You feel this, your intuition is telling you that it's happening, because you've got signs showing you that it's happening, all right? You've got very powerful signs showing you that it's happening. So, you know, when you feel stuff like that, you still know very deeply, because, you know, a major arcana will always trump a minor arcana. You're still feeling very sturdy, very solid in your own intuition. You are trusting, basically. You are trusting the universe, and you are trusting your intuition, as we can see with King of Cups at your base, right? In your environment, again, this total theme of abundance, nurturing, mastery, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Pentacles are earth energy, so it's all about the manifestation of our abundance on earth, in the 3D, in the physical life. It's tangible. You can feel it, smell it, taste it. it's tangible, right? And the Queen of Pentacles is all about abundance. Everything around her speaks of abundance. She has more that she could ever need. And again, it's the theme of, you know, like on the desert island, you have these you know, these signs of oncoming abundance that is starting to anchor in your life, healing that is happening. And then you get to the fullness of this abundance in your life. And it's symbolized by this oasis-like landscape in your vision, where you have everything to thrive. You know, clear water, fruits, trees, lush, beautiful scenery. And that's exactly what your environment is talking about. So in your hopes and fears, you have another major arcana, the Sun. It's the most positive card in the whole deck. It's absolutely amazing. You know, it's all about finding yourself completely happy. I mean, this is happiness at its, you know, finest. With the sun shining on you, you feel completely naked, completely, you know, yourself, like a child, a naked child. You know, it's he's just, you know, bursting with laughter, with joy, with wonder, with all this, the juicy stuff, you know. And he's riding this horse of purity, so it's like a complete new day. And he's gone through, you know, the blocks that are behind him with this brick wall. He's gone through all of that, and now he's past it. So again, this theme of you having been through the desert and now finding your happiness. And this is in your hopes and fears, so of course you're hoping for that. Everyone hopes for that. Everyone wishes the sun in their life. It's Leo energy, fire. Fire energy. like this wand, you know, it's fire energy. And at the same time, maybe you're still a little bit afraid that you can't find it, you know. The same type of energy that we have here. You're afraid that you're never going to find this, basically. And it's normal, right? It's normal. When we've been through the desert, you know, if you're walking this desert island, not seeing anyone, not seeing anything, and thinking that, wow, I'm gonna, you know, die in 3 days if I can't find water, it's normal that some fears are still lingering from this, you know, shadow process here. And your outcome is the Emperor, Aries, Aries energy, to me as a reader, Capricorn as well. So it's earth energy and fire, earth and fire. So the Emperor, another major arcana, he's all about leading, right? He's the ultimate leader. He's the King of Kings. He's the one he's a natural leader as well. He leads from experience. He's been through it all. He's seen it all. He's had, you know, like this long white beard really indicates this wisdom that he's gained from all the experiences that he's had in his life. And now he's able to lead from a very, very wise, very masterful place, basically. And that's again this theme of you regaining your power. You know, these are two major arcana, so major influences again. It's all about you being able to, you know, regain your power, being rejuvenated, like we've seen in the vision when you take this first sip of coconut water, you know, I am rejuvenated, you know, I am back to myself, I am back in my power, and I can see that life is surrounding me with all the abundance that I want and need and wish for, that I've always been guided, that I was right to trust my intuition about that because I kept on going, and that's why this deep, deep healing is happening for you. And you know, it's a general reading. I could totally you know, say that this can have to do with a romantic relationship, that you've been through the desert with someone for a while, and now the relationship is back and more abundant than ever, more healed than ever. It's absolutely, it can be that for some of you, but because it's a general reading, I'm just keeping it as general as possible. But it can definitely have to do with a romantic relationship that has been through the desert and is coming back around, healed and better than ever, with someone that really, really loves you. It can absolutely be read as that, okay? But in general, it's about your life taking a shift from something that was very fear-based, that felt arid, that felt, you know, dry, to major abundance here, you know, in whatever area this is for you. So I'm just going to clarify maybe the Eight of Swords here, because I think the rest speaks for itself. So, yeah. The Eight of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is all about this happy couple, this happy family life, right? This happy home. It's a 10. It's a completion. It's really the finality of the cup suit, you know, really all the emotions we've been through, all the cups, you know, and we've been through all the experiences, and now we're, you know, at the apex of this happy life, you know. It's beautiful if you know, so it looks like this is not gonna last for long, and it really does look like this is about some kind of romantic, I mean, it really talks about the heart here, so I'm really tempted to say that this has to do with a relationship, you know, an important relationship in your life. All right. So now we're look at that. Yeah, it's all about cups. You know, it's all about love. You know, this is an offer of love. You know, no doubt about that, right? So now let's just finally see what this Emperor is about. Sorry if the light is weird today, because the sun keeps coming and going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're done with this petty energy, right? The Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, you know, they talk about this like useless competition, right? This thing that it's just squabbling, you know. It's petty, it's small, it just keeps you in your ego and just in your mental body, you know, just rehashing things. And so this is done, you know. The fives which really talk about challenge, this is done, and now you are in your power and ready for your new abundance. So that's your reading. Thanks, Gemini, for passing by. I'll see you soon. Bye.